So in this sample we will be using the technique of embellishment. So I have threaded up my needle, just at the end I'm going to place a knot into it. Just like that, and that will stop the embellished piece coming off. I'm just going to snip that so it's nice and clean. Okay, so first of all I'm going to sew this button on here. So all I need to do is push my needle up. I need to figure out where that hole is, which is a little bit tricky. There we go, and I've found it. So I'm going to pull up, and hopefully my knot is big enough. I'm not going to pull too hard. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, you can decide which hole you're going to go through and what you would like the pattern to be like with your embroidery on top of the button, but I think I'm going to go for a cross stitch. So coming from this hole to that one, up through this one, and down through that one. But like I said, that is up to you as long as it's attached. So there we go, and again the tricky bit of finding where the little hole is. So up through this one, and then we're going to go down through that one. I've tried to keep my embroidery thread the same colour as the piece that I'm embellishing on, which is button, and that's because I don't want the embroidery thread to be the main attraction. But if you wanted to, you could tweak it so that it was a contrasting colour so it stood out. I'm just going to go over the top of those threads again, just one last time, just to double make sure that it's really secure and that button is not going to come off. And then one last time through. And then I'm just going to tie it off at the back, so I'm going to go underneath a stitch. And then just before that hoop disappears, I'm going to go through it to create a knot. I'm just going to do that twice to make doubly sure that it's secure. And there we go, we have our first piece embellished. So I'm going to move straight on to do my next piece here. And like I said to you earlier on, you can choose your design. So I'm going to do a different design now. So I'm going to go up through this one. And then through that next one. And I'm going to go up through that one. And down through that one. And I think nowadays, if you look at your blazer and clothes that you're wearing, nowadays most people do use that technique for buttons. So I'm going to do the same again, just to make sure it's very secure. And then down through that one. So there we go, we've got two button designs, both sewn on differently, both embellished to make the fabric more attractive. I'm just going to tie that off at the back. And done.